Greetings, dear ones. I am Kryon of Magnetic Service. It is a sweet place here. In these evening hours, in this place called Melbourne. You see, I know where I am. There's no mystery here. Human beings have wished to elevate that which is God, that which is spirit, that which is innate, to a very high platform. Human beings have wished to put the energy that you call spirit in the clouds, just a little separated from humanity. And that's the safest thing for you. It's safe because then, when it comes time to pray to that divine entity which is in the sky, you can be separate. The idea that you might be together and one might be the other is confusing. It's also easier for you to claim that you are in touch with a higher power and that it lifts you up. Easier to be carried on the wings of a spiritual being into a place of co-creation than were you to claim that it might be inside. It's a sweet place here. You see, the truth is this. If indeed there is divinity in each of you, it means that the Creator and that which you pray to and that which you meditate on is always with you. And that everything you are and has happened this day is known. It means that as I sit in front of you, I know where I am, and it's not a mystery. They don't have to wonder what you're up to. Because I sit with you all the time. And this changes the way you think about spirit. And to some it is comfortable, and others it's awkward. But just think. When you sit to meditate, when you decide to cross that bridge from your 3 dimensions to a multi-dimensional place, when you start to reveal to God what is on your mind, you can stop for a moment and know that whatever is on your mind is known to God now. We have told you in the past advice, given you things to think about, the ways to pray, if you choose. And the best one still remains this, and that is to acknowledge the fact that the Spirit has been with you all day long. And no matter what the issues and no matter what the problems before you, they're all known by God. To reiterate them is repetitive. It doesn't even honor the belief that Spirit is with you all the time. So the best thing to do is to sit in silence. And if you're going to say anything at all, it would be, "Dear Spirit, show me what it is I need to know." And it brings up the subject of tonight's teaching. You know, this is not going to be an endurance event. The energy that is brought to you in all sweetness, and this you call channeling, doesn't have to be a long thing. It can be poignant. It can be short. It can be to the point. But there are things I want to give you. There are things I want to tell you that you need to know. And they're going to enhance the magnificence of who you are. I'm going to reveal the breakout, that is to say, the split that takes place when you arrive on the planet. The system that is here. The tools that you have because of it. The things that you intuitively feel that are real. All of these things hide from you. You've got to dig for them. You know that. Because it takes free choice, intent that is pure, to ask the questions and go to that place where you cross the bridge and discover what is inside. At some level, all of the major spiritual systems on the planet acknowledge this. And in 3 dimensions, some of them require promises, signatures, membership, acknowledgments, confessions. But it's all the same. Something has to happen where the human being says, I believe. And it is no different here, for this is the intuition you have when you arrive. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to ask my partner to be slow and specific so that you will hear it correctly and understand it correctly and celebrate it correctly. Hard to believe, but the essence of you, which you call consciousness, is sacred. It is not manufactured through biology. It arrived in a sacred place, a sacred time given to humanity for sacredness and appropriateness, and has remained that way from that day to this. And the human race has not had it any more than 100,000 years, and only 50,000 in an active way of efficiency. It's new. When you take a look at the age of the earth as it was prepared for you, it's only in the last moment or so in history that this happened. New. And you massage it and you celebrate it and you work with it and you discover it. And now you sit here in front of me, a group of old souls. Let me speak now, before we begin the teaching, to those who are listening and reading, and they are not in your time frame. This is about as quantum as it can get. For we now speak to those whose potential are to be listening and reading. And I can see them. And as they listen and as they read, even though it's not today for them as it is for you, it's still in the now for me. And so I can address this to them and say, listen, dear one, this is for you. I may be in a very special part of the earth. I may be in a place where I look up in the sky and my partner sees an entire different set of stars. But the truth is the truth. And I know who you are as you listen, as you read. For this is sacred information, and you know what it is. And I know who you are as well. You are eternal, all of you. You always were and you always will be. And I take you back